Namaste, brothers and sisters, भाई और बहनों, ladies and gentlemen, students and scholars, teachers and trainers, professors and professionals, learners and listeners, advocates, administrators, advertisers, the most respectable present Prime Minister Saint Dr. Narendra Modi ji, presence of Reverend doctors and ministers, availability of respected parents and affectionate sons and daughters. I, Dr. Rakesh from USA, heartily, cordially thank all of you for providing your valuable, precious time and moment of listening the truth of science and spirituality. It is well known and well versed that our nation, our society, family is known by spiritual, social, national, political, economical values. Out of these, we have the highest spiritual standard in the world. All the initiators, beginners, starters, invited by our Indian land, and Indian land is really multidimensional, multi-sided and multifaceted. For making our nation better, nicer, finer and greater, every citizen, one idea, one thought, one man is responsible for the betterment and upliftment of the health, education, industry, service sector, communication, transportation. In all the fields, we require our history, past recordings, downloadings, savings, and we learn through the imitation and imagination. In this present time, in this modern era, our learning methods are totally changed. As per the thought of critics, Plato, who imagined a nation without discrimination, without ruling, and he imagined that idea that generate, create and operate in our mind is the cause of evolution. Similarly, the idea of our creation of the generation through the chapter of the Genesis, we read that God created himself in the form of light, radiation, and it was formulated, structured in the form of ideas. From the ideas, but Aristotle, who was totally against Platonic theory, who was more scientific than Plato, he believed in the imitation theory. All the methodologies that we see in the learning field, innovation, creation and invention, these are the results of imitation as per the thought of Aristotle. No doubt a child learns from his parents by imitation. But when our youth try to learn through imitation, it is really shameful. If he does not create, modify as per his thought and as per his given intellectual sense, emotional sense and spiritual power, then we cannot expect that we are the true user of the God-gifted talent. And it is a great lesson which was provided by our culture, civilization, social and spiritual values throughout the world. In all the nations of the world, we provided a different lifestyle, how to live, how to eat, and how to sleep. These all are discussed in literature. And literature, which is the mirror of our society, provide us the knowledge of different culture, language and nations. What is the definition of our Hinduism and origin? Hinduism, the religion of a majority, over 80% of the people living in India, defies definition. It has evolved itself to suit the times it passed through as well as to suit the communities which adopted it. In Hinduism, the prime objective in life is to get free from the cycle of birth and death, rebirth, that is salvation. What is the definition of salvation and emancipation? How we can get rid from the tensions, sorrows, depression, frustration of the life. It is a unique method which was provided by our holy religions. As we study time to time, our Indian land produced, generates, creates and even recreates its national and spiritual values in the form of the creation of the different saints, messengers, free thinkers, forefathers, foretellers, those who came first on this land for addressing the message of oneness, equality and unity in diversity, which is the basic principle of our nation, which is the basic doctrine of our society. Hindus believe that the world is a trap where the soul gets repeatedly born in higher or lower echelons depending on one's deeds, means karmas, in the previous life, and that one has to bear the fruits, means rewards or punishment arising out of those deeds. This philosophy of salvation is reflected in certain Hindu concepts like the caste system, vegetarianism, etc. So brothers, friends, ladies, gentlemen, whatsoever we are doing, it's the result of our past. And our past is the most scientific concept. Doctor of doctors, scientist of scientists, researchers of researches, all are created by our past. Our past is the largest, highest, topest degree of our spiritualism and Hinduism. Real term for Hinduism is Sanatan Dharam, literally meaning an everlasting faith as guided by certain sacred scriptures called Vedas and Upanishads. Vedas and Upanishads, and is distinct from Brahmanism or Vedism, the religion from which is originated. The term Sanatan Dharam has been given to Hinduism